Last but not least, Suicide Fantasy Football, telling you about the tight ends you should be looking at. Do you just want to get over the Dixon thing?
Your mouth what? No.
Over early, because your Dixon joke is getting old.
Come on, it's not old.
It was funny the first time, but
it's not old.
All right, so we're going to tell you guys who you should be picking up, and then guys you should be sitting at the tight end position. The one guy I'm shocked isn't owned in more leagues is Chandler. Scott Chandler for the Buffalo Bills has 3 or 4 touchdowns already, looks good every week, and he's only owned in about 60% of the leagues out there. What are you guys missing? He's got a smart quarterback throwing him the ball in the end zone.
The Harvard Bomber.
Grab him.
How can he be owned in more leagues than Greg Olsen? I mean, that's ridiculous. Greg Olsen's a big name, but
he's one of 2 tight ends on a team that neither of them are doing anything.
Yeah.
Drop Olsen, pick up Chandler.
I like Randy McMichael, too. He's not great.
Yeah, I worry about his age.
Yeah, he's old. But Antonio Gates, I'm going to say Mario Gates. Antonio Gates he's already shown signs he can't hold up. His foot's already bothering him. It's only week 4. We're getting ready to start. He's already missing games. He's out. He's missing practice. He's getting shot up. There's just, you just can't depend on him. It's the same foot. McMichael's going to be in there, and I'm not saying he's going to be top 5 tight end, but if you need a tight end for a week or 2, he's a guy I'd be looking.
And listen, Phillip Rivers throws the ball. He spreads it around no matter who's in there. So
McMichael had a couple big games last year filling in for Gates.
Yep. So especially if you're a Gates owner, I'd grab McMichael if you're a Gates owner. That way, no matter who you got coming out of your tight end position, Phillip Rivers is going to be throwing him the ball. And now go ahead.
Ed Dixon.
Okay.
That's what I love. Baltimore Ravens. He does look good. He's really a decent,
does.
It's not just a funny way to say his name, but there you go.
Yeah. I am not a hater of Dixon.
Your mouth.
All right. So now let's talk about who you should sit and who you should drop at the tight end position. First, I'm with you, Jim. You know I'm a huge fan.
It's your boy.
I've been a fan of Mercedes ever since he came out of UCLA, but I am putting Mercedes Lewis on the bench. Did you see the thing with Jay Glazer where he was doing the kickboxing training, though?
No.
Mercedes Lewis is a beast, but he ain't doing shit with Blaine Gabbert.
We're not doing fantasy kickboxing. We're doing fantasy football. And they're not doing anything down there.
No. All right, so I'm also saying drop Lance Kendricks. The Rams just suck.
The Rams are not good. Sam Bradford doesn't look good.
No.
And Kendricks is dropping the ball.
Yep.
There's just no way.
They want him to be the man, maybe next year, but not this year.
My sit, I'm looking at Zach Miller. He was a big name. He was a big signing.
Glad that wasn't your drop. I was a little nervous that was your drop.
That was my sit. And, he may turn out to be someone at the end of the year. I doubt it because Tavares Jackson sucks. And if Sidney Rice is catching 109 yards and balls, there's only like 40 more to go somewhere you got to distribute around. So I'm sitting him. And my drop, I'm going Tony Scheffler. If you picked him up because he put up a couple big weeks, it was because Pettigrew wasn't playing. Now Pettigrew's back. He's dominating. You see 11 catches for 100 yards, whatever he put up. They're not going 2 tight ends. It's not going to be crazy like that.
I disagree with one thing, though. If you have a good starting tight end, then I'm saying sit Scheffler. Because if Pettigrew can't stay in the game, Scheffler would be a good option.
Yeah, if you drop him, nobody's going to pick him up. So
Probably not.
Back up again.
Probably not.
In a couple weeks. He's not like nobody's diving into the waiver. I go, oh shit, somebody took Tony Scheffler. Right. Pick him up.
Yeah.
No way.
You know who I just picked up in our league? We're idiots. You know who I just picked up in this work league?
Dude, it's an 8-man league. There's
I don't care. How is Dustin Keller available? I don't know. All right, so that's who we're talking about. Tight end position, fantasy football. Check out Suicide Fantasy Football. Try to free league, the Second Chance Suicide Fantasy Football League. One crazy fan starting in week 7, and then come hang out with us in the lot this Sunday. We're going to be broadcasting live from the best tailgate I've ever seen. D6, Wells Fargo lot. Come see us.
Go Phil.